Namaskar, hello, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I've covered the derivative data on close of Friday based on the open interest of all the participants. Friday, solid green candle day, पूरा का पूरा जो ओपन था मार्च महीना का 17,360 वहीं जाके बंद हुआ 359.8 17,000. Fantastic NAV management took place and it was a solid rally of 290 points. At one stage, it even reached 300, and in Bank Nifty, almost 1,000 points coverage took place on Friday. But going forward from the data, there was hardly any change from the FII desk. FIIs अभी भी bearish mode में बहुत कम शॉर्ट कवरिंग और फ्रेश लॉन्ग्स देखने को मिल रहा है उनके तरफ से. तो अभी देखते हैं कि क्या पूरा डिटेल ब्रेकअप समझते हैं डेटा का कि क्या लग रहा है आगे यहाँ से सबके तरफ से. सो स्टार्टिंग विद द index futures from the FII desk, we can see some longs, not too much, not some, and in fact, a very, very minor trickle shorts added. No short covering. 290-point rally, no short covering from the FII desk. Domestic institutions did some profit booking out here, and also some of them covered their shorts a little bit in this case. The prop desk almost slightly more shorts than longs out here. Sorry, that's the wrong thing from this side. Yeah. So prop desk short covering and very nominal longs added from them. Got decent quantity of short covering from the uh, prop desk. They're almost neutral now in their stand. Almost neutral. Clients, on the other hand, took this advantage of this rally from 950 to 17,390 to cover their position square of the longs, and some even added shorts with the RBI policy near on Wednesday, on Thursday. So some bearishness from the client side. FII is not doing anything, not moved by such a big move at all. In the from the FII futures desk, we can see that they still hold a bearish thing on Friday. They covered and went long on Nifty. So this basically is suggesting that in the they want to wait for the RBI policy before they show any further any sign of bullishness, or they will continue to be bearish in that way. So by RBI policy looks like the key pivot out here from their side. In the index options, before I go there, sorry, this ratio from the FIIs on Thursday, the settlement was at 1 for every 9. It's now 1 for every 8. It's now, sorry, 1 for every 9. Now it becomes 1 for every 8. Sorry for that mishap. And in the index calls and options, we can see that double quantity of calls sold versus the quantity of longs added in calls. In the put side, also, in fact, it's much more. It's almost 2:3. So we can say that some of the trades on Friday by the FII desk was a 1:2 in the call side long, and in the put side, 2:3. For every two puts long, three puts have been shorted on Friday from the FII desk. That's the gross scene. Net scene is completely a different picture. The ratio now for the FIIs for put to call is again back to, for every one long call, 2.2 puts long. So the puts again slightly more from the FIIs here also. But this is normally the level they usually stick around with. Uh, Nothing from the DII desk, very negligible. The prop desk, now on Friday close, the props went with a neutral strategy on both the sides. They were on Thursday. They didn't expect too much to happen, but now they have changed their style to aggressiveness on the option side from being bullish. The large quantity of puts shorted versus the calls shorted out here net. So they don't see too much upside after the rally on Friday, but they see definitely no downside happening. Good capping done from the prop desk according to the data which is there in front of it. While the clients who had that exact same view, what the props have on Friday close, they had on Thursday. Remember Thursday closing? There was a massive put short from the clients versus the call short. So what the clients have done now, they've got slightly more bullish, reduced their call shorts out here, and also significantly booked profits on the put shorts out here. So clients now doing prop desk did on Thursday have gone neutral, while props have gone aggressive, slightly bullish. What clients were on Thursday, so they've just switched hands from here to there in the move. Both of them not seeing too much upside for the next 3 days, Tuesday being a holiday and Thursday being the RBI policy, while clients are okay with the idea of a probable decline which could happen because of the way they've covered their put shots. Props don't see that happening at all. Now let's look at the stock futures out here. यहाँ हम देख रहे हैं कि वही सेम है, जितना माल उन्होंने लॉन्ग किया उससे थोड़ा ज्यादा शॉर्ट किया इधर में, तो थोड़ा बुलिश टोन दिखाया एफआईज ने इधर, बट एंड में जो फिगर है बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है। वही दे वो लोग रिजल्ट बेस्ड अभी अपना पोजीशन बना रहे हैं कि जिस तरीके का रिजल्ट मूवमेंट डायरेक्शन होगा हम उसी तरीके से खेल रहे हैं। उनका कोई ओवरऑल बुलिश या ओवरऑल बेरिश ट्रेंड स्टॉक्स पर नहीं दिख रहा। वेल द डोमेस्टिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस उनका शॉर्ट कवरिंग हुआ है और थोड़े लॉन्ग्स हुए हैं इधर, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं। लुक एट द प्रॉप डेस्क, दे हैव गॉन बेरिश इन स्टॉक्स। लुक एट दिस, कितना बड़ा क्वांटिटी शॉर्ट मारा इधर उन्होंने और थोड़ा सा लॉन्ग क्वेरिंग हुआ है। सेम चीज क्लाइंट्स ने किया है, काफी क्वांटिटी में फ्रेश शॉर्ट्स और लॉन्ग अनवाइंडिंग भी उनका काफी ज्यादा है। तो फिर से हम देख रहे हैं कि प्रॉप डेस्क और क्लाइंट्स की राय एकदम सेम, डिट्टो इधर में। दोनों ने सेम व्यू लिया है मार्केट का कि यहाँ से कुछ प्रॉफिट बुकिंग, कुछ फ्रेश शॉप रिजल्ट्स बेस में, या आरबीआई ने कुछ ऐसा कुछ मूव है तो वैसा डायरेक्शन चल रहा है उधर में। इस पर एक जो एफआईआई की डेटा है, यू नो द डेटा व्हाट वी सी आउट हियर from the FIIs, this 11 lakh contracts long from the FII, this could be one of the reasons why the FIIs are still holding such a huge quantity of shorts in index futures. A good percentage of the index future shorts is a hedge for stock futures long by them. So there could be some pair traders who in the FII, the hedge trader, who's a long stock future, short index future, or maybe a long, say, a particular bank and short bank nifty like that. So a good percentage could be there, because that could be the only one of the few reasons why the FIIs are not cutting their shorts uh, in the index future. One of the reasons which might on figure look very bearish, but may not be so bearish once we look at this. दैट कुड बी, पर आगे जाके हम देखेंगे उनका क्या रवैया रहता है नेक्स्ट 2-3 दिन। अगर मार्केट स्ट्रांग रहता है, अपसाइड रहता है या इवन साइडवेज रहता है, क्या वो अपने शॉर्ट्स कम करेंगे कि और उसको अब इधर और ऐड करेंगे कि ये एक नियर हेज है कि नहीं है, उसमें और क्लैरिटी मिल जाएगी। ऑफ कोर्स 100% विल नॉट बी हेज, देयर विल बी सम एफआईआईज विल बी होल्डिंग नेकेड फ्यूचर shorts also. In the stock calls and stock puts, not too much of a change happening out there. Just the usual FII strategy, going long puts, shorting calls as a hedge against their longs, both in cash and in futures. Prop desk. Remember on Thursday, this closed at 5:45. On Wednesday, this was around 70,000 stock call short. So they are gradually building the stock call shorts, which is nothing right now, 3,900. Domestic institutions still feel that there is some upside before they start shorting calls again. Nothing from them on the put side, like always, they remain nil there. The prop desk also, not too much of a change, but in fact, you can see out here some unwinding took, it's not unwinding, it's rather for every one long put, almost near about two puts shorted. So put spreads happening out there, while clients are differing. Some clients, some stocks going long, some put shorting happening out there. It's all jumbled up from their side there. Similarly, in the call side, this is looking like very specific call long and call short happening out here. Clients going disarray all over the place out here. We can see that on Friday, the FIIs were net sellers across all options, uh, primarily because of the way the market moved in one way direction on Friday. For Monday, tomorrow, the support for Nifty comes in at 17,225, just below the intraday low, which happened after the gap of the small pullback in the first hour. Just below that, 17,225. And if that does not hold, the next support comes in at 17,075. जब resistance जो है वो ऊपर साइड में 17,500 पर है और उसके ऊपर 17,650 पर है. For Bank Nifty, the support comes in at 40,400 and below that at 40,200. Resistance बैंक निफ्टी के लिए 40,850 पर है. वो अगर निकाल सकता है तो ऊपर में 41,300 पर नेक्स्ट रेजिस्टेंस है. ट्यूसडे हॉलीडे है और ये वीक भी ट्रंकेटेड रहेगा. फ्राइडे फिर से हॉलीडे है और थर्सडे आरबीआई की पॉलिसी है. सो दिस वीक, दैट इज मंडे एंड वेडनेसडे, could be a we could get a good start or if or because of the way the market closed, but after that we could see the market go quiet. May not see too much selling, may go quiet because काफी लोग अपने लॉन्ग्स अनवाइंड करेंगे जिन्होंने नीचे में कुछ परचेज किया होगा या जिनका पुराना माल अटका हुआ था और अब कॉस्टिंग के पास है. आरबीआई के पहले इवेंट के पहले बहुत लोग अपनी पोजीशंस लाइट करने की सोचते हैं. So we could see a sideways market after a bullish opening, which is quite possible on Monday and a quiet Wednesday. And then on Thursday, based on what the RBI commentary and action comes on the interest rates, market would could move ahead with that basis. With that, I end today's video. I hope it's of help to you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.